It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Happy Monday. Happy December. We have made it to December 12 out of 12. 12 out of 12. You guys, 12 months. Can you believe it? Who here has been with me throughout all of 2025? If you have, let me know. You are the lucky ones. You are the special ones. Welcome to the show. Welcome to this beautiful, beautiful Monday after a long break. I mean, I was here on Friday, but it felt like a really long break. I was so quiet on social. I didn't create any content really. I didn't go on TikTok. I didn't create any YouTubes. I was quiet. I was just like in my own little cocoon. I was in my little eating and drinking and puzzle and TV watching cocoon. It was lovely. It was lovely. I highly recommend getting offline every once in a while and just kind of like, you know, laying in bed and watching a lot of TV. I watched so much TV. I watched so much yeah, that's what I did actually. I caught up. I watched 3 we binged 3 full series, almost 3 full series. And I'll talk about it at the end of the show. I definitely did. I did post a little bit here and there, like on Instagram stories or whatever, but it was wonderful. It was wonderful. We had a great time, a great holiday weekend, and it was perfect because not a lot happened in the celebrity pop culture world. I didn't feel the need to jump online and like share news or break news or anything like that. I just was with my family and baseball, lots of family baseball, turkey tournament. We had the turkey tournament with Dylan and I mean with Oliver. That's my baseball player, Oliver, not Dylan. It's important to remember your kids' names. And that's it. You know, just did my thing. And what about you guys? Tell me what you guys did. Would love to hear what you guys did. I will leave all the TV stuff at the end of the show, and I won't give you guys too many spoilers. So don't you worry. I see Christina's comment about spoilers. Don't worry. I will share that at the end. I want to make sure that not to ruin anyone's TV because the shows are so good that I would never want to spoil it for you guys. Maybe I'll leave spoilers for Patreon. And that reminds me that tomorrow we're doing a Patreon live. If you are part of the lower tier on Patreon, the double dose, we're doing a Patreon live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So sign up on Patreon. It's so fun. You go live, you get to chat with me. And then on Friday, we're doing a Patreon happy hour. That's a Zoom where we get to talk back and forth. I get to see your beautiful faces. So make sure to sign up for that. All of the fun homework, there you go. But in the meantime, everyone get your arms ready because after all of that turkey, and let's be real, who's eating turkey? Okay. We're eating all the stuffing. We're eating all the cranberry sauce. We're eating all the mashed potatoes. We're eating all of the mac and cheese. I'm eating all the desserts. My arms need an extra workout. So after all of that, get your arms ready, everyone. It's time to sprinkler, okay? It's your daily dose of Donna. Well. I'm still here. Are you guys still here? So, so happy to see you. I love seeing my regulars here. My regular peeps. Make sure to hit the like. Thank you, Lori. If you are here and if you are queer, hit the like. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. So, if you're not queer, hit the like too. I was watching Modern Family last night with my kids. Did I tell you that my family like routine is to, we make sure that the kids put their screens down and then we put the screens on. This is like our thing. We're like, screens down. Okay, let's watch a TV show. For some reason, watching TV doesn't feel as bad as like having devices in your hands. So we're like, put your screens down, go brush your teeth, put on your pajamas. And then we're like, let's watch TV. But we all get in our bed. We have one of those, the wide king beds. And we lay in our bed all of us, including the 3 dogs. It's psychotic. And then we watch Modern Family. And I breastfeed my 13-year-old. Just kidding. But wouldn't that be funny if we did have a family bed? I did see a TikTok the other day where someone said that they literally got like 3 king beds and they put it together so that their entire family could sleep together, and they have teenagers. I was like, this is actually getting scary. No, we just watch a show and we don't sleep like that. I would be psycho to sleep with. I can hardly sleep with my husband. How can I sleep with all those things? So we all lay in bed and we watch one episode of Modern Family. And it's so funny because that show holds up. It's great. But last night was an episode where the couple, the gay couple from the show, I can't remember anyone's name, Cam and Mitchell, is it? Cam and Mitchell are trying to get their little daughter into a preschool, and it's a very prestigious preschool. And so they're like, I don't know how to get into this preschool. But the only way to do it is we're going to be able to play our cards right because we are gay and our daughter is Asian. She's adopted and she's Asian and we're gay. Like, we are definitely getting into this preschool. And it was so funny because they're sure that they're going to get in until another couple comes in, or no, a woman comes in and she goes, "Hi, I'm here for an interview too." And they're like, "Oh shit. She's a single mom with a black baby." They're like, "Oh no. Like, now we have like a little bit of a problem." And they're like, "No, but we're still okay because we've got the gay card and we have an Asian baby. So like we're still okay." And then the single mom's partner walks in, or not walks in, rolls in, a lesbian in a wheelchair. And Cam and Mitchell are like, "We're fucked." She's a lesbian with like I think the partner was Indian in a wheelchair with a black baby. They were like, "That's it. Like, we're done. There's no way that we get this our kid in this preschool." Oh my God, it was so funny. And of course, Dylan, my 13-year-old social justice warrior, is like, "This show is so racist." I'm like, "No, it's just funny. It's just funny. Not everything is so offensive." And he's like, "I can't believe how racist this show is." I'm like, "No, it's just funny. What happened to just comedy?" Oh, it was so funny. It's a great show. I'm like, it holds up, except the 13-year-old is like, "I'm offended." Oh, it's so great. Anyway, it was really, really, really funny. Tiffany says, "I'm brown and my little one is so white. I always got asked if I was the nanny when he was the baby." I'm sure. Oh my God, that's crazy. I am sure. Oh, that sucks. That really does suck. Um, okay, let's keep moving and let's get into the show. You guys, we have so many fun things to talk about, truly. Oh my God, wait, Liz, is that a real story or not? Liz says, "I can't believe Cam dated Bethany Frankel." I thought they were just best friends. But when you talk about this is a fever dream moment. Cam is Eric Stone Street. And he plays the flaming gay. Cam is the heavier set gay guy in that couple. Okay. It's shocking to me. Number one, it's shocking that he's not gay. Shocking. Because he does it so well. But it's so shocking to me if he actually dated Bethany. Did they date or were they just best friends? We need to Google this. Eric Stone Street, Bethany. Okay, Bethany Frankel. We need this. I kind of don't believe this actually really did happen. Number one, look at Bethany's old face. Okay. Did Bethany Frankel and Eric Stone Street ever really date? It was gossip that the Real Houses of New York City mogul wouldn't confirm or deny when she appeared on Watch What Happens Live last August. So when Eric stopped by her Sirius XM radio show, Be Real with Bethany, wasn't that such a good show, that like short-lived radio show, Be Real with Bethany, the twosome finally divulged if anything romantic ever happened with them. All in all, the pair mostly joked about the speculation their friendship was under last year. She met Eric at a douchey Hollywood industry party, and he added that Bethany had no idea he was straight in real life, considering his Modern Family character Cam is gay. Turns out Eric was not familiar with the queen of reality TV either. They didn't know who they were. Oh my gosh. And they flirted. They asked each other questions. She's saying that they never confirmed that they dated.
People want to clear up our dating rumors. So you can clear them up or I can clear them up. I mean, are we getting engaged today on the radio? Should we tell everybody?
Well, I did bring a ring.
You did? How big is it? Because that will really determine my answer.
Well, let's just say I had somebody help me carry it in.
That and something else. You had them to carry two pieces of luggage for you.
Yes.
All right. Well, then I like both those things, and I'll accept if you propose. No. So how do you clear up our dating rumors? Your publicist is in the room.
She doesn't care.
You don't zero fucks over there?
She gives zero fucks.
Zero fucks. Okay. So let's talk about it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, you do. Go for it. All right. So the night that I met
they like
our
into
friend
each other.
here, we were at sort of a douchey Hollywood industry party, and we started talking, and you said, "Oh God."
Do you guys remember? I just stopped it because we can't. But do you guys remember why Bethany ended up losing that job? Because it was a great radio show on Sirius Radio. She threw a drink at her boss's wife at a tennis match. It was a weird ass story. She got mad at her boss's wife or something and threw a drink at her. It was really strange. That was the story. That's why she lost the job. Like she threw a margarita at. How Kelly Dodd of her. You remember that story when Kelly Dodd was throwing ice at people at a bar? I feel like I need to I feel like this whole episode already is a fever dream. Is this true? Or am I making all of this shit up? I'm pretty sure I got this right. Did Bethany throw a drink? SiriusXM canned Bethany Frankel's show after a meltdown on October 1st, 2016. This article came out on page 6. SiriusXM axed Bethany Frankel's radio show Be Real with Bethany after she threw a diva fit at a fucking Coldplay concert. You can't make this shit up. At a Coldplay concert. Why does everything happen at Coldplay concerts? You guys, something happens in the Coldplay concert energy. If you go to a Coldplay concert and you aren't either having an affair, getting drinks thrown at you, getting fired from SiriusXM, Coldplay is where shit goes down. Okay? That is insane. Yes, it said at a VIP Coldplay concert in the Hamptons that was sponsored by SiriusXM, she chucked a drink on other guests. They were prepared to give Bethany her own show, but they ripped up the contract after that night. She was one of the 150 important guests, which included Jay-Z and Beyonce, of course. At the VIP crowd, she deemed herself the most important guest there, and she threw a sticky drink, not sticky, over 3 women who were blocking her view. She started poking and pushing them, and then when they didn't move, she went to the bar and got a mixed drink, was it a skinny girl margarita, and threw it over them. Oh, yes. A source close to Bethany told us at the time it was a crush and very hot. People were jockeying for the view. It looked like this woman who vehemently refused to move needed some cooling off. So Bethany tossed a drink on her. Anyway, one of the women that was splashed, her name was Lisa Peveroff Cohn, the wife of Goldman bigwig Gary Cohn. And that was one of the bigwigs of SiriusXM. So she lost her job, the big contract for Sirius Radio, because she threw a damn drink. Isn't that crazy? Insane. Okay, that was totally a left turn. Let's get into the actual show today. I would say let's start with some light and fun news. Whitney Leavitt, just as I predicted. How many of you guys were here last month when I predicted that Whitney Leavitt was going to be on Broadway? Did I know or did I know? Whitney Leavitt got the role that she has been wanting, that she has been trying to get, that she has been fighting for, and that we all kind of knew was going to happen, right? We all knew was going to happen this entire time. But she has been, I mean, I think we all kind of knew it was going to happen, right? Did anyone question that? And she finally announced it, of course, on her Instagram after she teased it over on Call Her Daddy. She announced it in like a little cheeky with a Chicago musical collab post, doing, her little snaps. Grateful beyond words to announce that I will be joining Chicago Musical in the iconic role of Roxy Hart beginning February 2nd. See you in New York City. Now, let me ask you a question. Who do you think is going to be more difficult to get tickets for? Whitney or Ariana or Erica Jane? Who do you think is going to be more difficult? Now, also another question, who do you think is going to be best in the role? And I also have never heard Whitney sing. Have you? Have you ever heard Whitney sing? I have never. I didn't know she could sing, but I think she must be able to. There's no way that they put her in the lead role of Roxy Hart without being able to sing. We also didn't know Ariana could sing, and she pulled that off real well. I think she's going to do a great job with the dancing. I don't know if she has that like sex appeal, but I didn't think Ariana really did, and she did a great job too. So I think that Whitney's going to do a really nice job. I think that she's going to probably do a great, I think she's going to do good. I think she's going to do a great job. I think she's going to be a star. I think she's going to bring a lot of, like, I know people that have already bought tickets. So, right? I think tickets are already for sale. Yeah. Molly, my friend Molly, already got tickets for opening night. So I think she's going to sell out. It's very exciting. I actually really did believe that Mark Ballas was going to be on it too. I just had a feeling that they were going to put Mark on it too. But I'm actually okay with the fact that Mark is not going to be on it, because after hearing his voice, his talking voice, I just am not into it. And I just don't know if that's going to be the thing. But we are a Chicago family here in my home. My son is a big Broadway musical lover. As you guys know, we just had a Broadway bar mitzvah. So it would be really fun, actually, if I could fly to New York and surprise him with tickets to Chicago. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? Like, that would actually be a great idea if I got Lance and like all four of us went to New York to see Chicago, because Lance also like knows Whitney. That would be kind of a fun little cool group. Oliver would be like, what the hell are we doing here? My 10-year-old, he'd be like, what? Like, what is this? Why am I here? He would be so bored. Fall asleep. He'd be like, are there snacks? But that would actually be really fun. Maybe I should do that. Okay, so that is very exciting. Congratulations, Whitney. All her dreams are coming true. And I just wonder if she's going to go back on Mormon Wives. I don't think so. I mean, she's definitely going to be on this season, but where does she go from here? She's not friends with any of them. Is she? We'll have to see on season 3. Okay, the next, and this is like a little side note, I want to talk about Alix Earle. This is a big story in the Dancing with the Stars / TikTok world. I want to know from you guys in the chat here, who here gives a shit if Alix Earle and her boyfriend are still together? I want you guys to answer this, and I want to know if you guys are curious about this, because this seems to be the biggest news story on social media right now. And I'm like, are Daily Dose of Donna audience members interested in this story? While you guys are answering that, I just want to remind you guys that this week's Daily Dose of Donna is brought to you by my favorite blanket in the world, and that is LOLA blankets. Okay? LOLA is the world's #1 blanket, at least in my house, because it's crafted with an ultra soft luxury vegan faux fur and a signature 4-way stretch that sets it apart. It's machine washable, it's double hemmed for durability, and it stays flawless. No pilling, no shedding, even after repeated washes. It's the kind of quality you can feel the moment you touch it. And during the holidays, you guys, it's the kind of gift that feels extra special because you know it will last for years to come. Especially as it's getting colder. I'm not joking. There is nothing better than getting cozy on your couch with a fireplace. And although we don't have a fireplace anymore because we got rid of our fireplace on the downstairs, I have a fireplace in my bedroom. But we cut out our fireplace in our living room so that we could expand our living room. It's a long story. I'm still sad about it, but it was our only choice. So I am lacking a fireplace. And it's like actually one of the saddest parts about my house. So I just imagine I have a fireplace, but okay, whatever. I digress. But just like thinking about laying on my couch with like a hot steaming cup of hot cocoa and my Lola blanket when you're decorating, pulling your home together next to your Christmas tree or your Hanukkah bush. A Lola isn't just a blanket. It's the missing piece that makes your space feel complete, warm, and inviting. I have the large. It's perfect for cozying up solo or with someone else. So give the gift of softness this holiday season with Lola blankets. For a limited time, my listeners are getting a huge 40% off your entire order at lolablankets.com by using code DailyDose at checkout. Just head to lolablankets.com and use code DailyDose for 40% off. And after you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Please support my show and tell them I sent you. Okay, so next, we got to talk about Alix Earle. I'm going to put up the code. Thanks, Christina. So yes, a lot of you guys do care and a lot of you guys don't care. Okay, most of you guys. Okay, so here's what I think. This is why I think that Alix Earle and her boyfriend story is interesting. So Alix Earle has been in a relationship, a long-term relationship with this guy named Braxton Berrios, I want to say. And I should probably get it right if I'm talking about his name, but like he's not the important part of the story. She is for me. Now, the reason why it's such a big deal is because he's like a big college football dude. And you wouldn't know so much about him because she doesn't talk about him since she's been on Dancing with the Stars. In fact, if you go through her Instagram, the last time she posted about him was 7 weeks ago, like when she posted about him on her Instagram. And it was 7 weeks ago when it was his birthday. She goes, "Happy birthday, baby, Braxton Berrios." Oh, this is my sports section. Yeah, this is Daily Dose of Sportsorama. Thanks, Micah. Correct. Braxton Berrios, number 30. Where does he play for, Micah? I guess I could go to his page, but I don't know. He's an NFL he's NFL. He's not college. NFL wide receiver. And what team is he on? You guys could tell me. I guess I could go over and look. Now, she, of course, is millions and millions and millions of followers, and she has a huge audience now, especially because of Dancing with the Stars. She's really grown her appeal. She was second. She placed second behind Robert Irwin, and she is he's on the Houston Texans. I mean, no offense to Houston, but are Houston Texans like a good team? Are these like, is this a team that people are really like watching? Okay. So, well, Laura, the only team I know is doing good right now are the Bears. And I'm not allowed to say it in this house because apparently the Bears are doing so good that they may be, I think, number one in their category, apparently. And I'm not supposed to say it out loud. Lance said, he's like, "You're not allowed to say it, but I know, I've heard that the Bears are doing so good that it's possible that we may be going to the Super Bowl if we continue on this trajectory." But I can't say it out loud in my house, so don't get mad at me, okay? Anyway, so the Bears, Alix and Braxton have been together for a long time, and they're like social media darlings, right? This hot social media influencer, millions of views, gorgeous, like she's just got everything going for her. And this hot NFL wide receiver in the Houston Texans. And I have to apologize to Houston because apparently Texans have the best defense on the NFL right now, according to Shula Fresh. Right now. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, Shula and everyone in Houston. I don't watch football. Now, the problem is that Alix has just not been giving Braxton a lot of attention, but that's okay because she's been living her best life performing on the #1 show on TV with my man, Val. Okay. And Val, this is a horrible picture of Val, but I love Val Tremovsky. Okay. Val he's the best. And Lance works with Val now for so many years. And Lance also says Val is the best. But the thing is about Alix and Val is they've just been so close. And I don't know why I get this weird vibe that Alix has a little bit of a, dare I say crush on Val? Now, I understand that people are married in life, and Val is married. He's married to Jenna Johnson, who's also a dancer on Dancing with the Stars. But everything about this damn show is incestuous, and everything about Dancing with the Stars it feels like you're cheating on each other. And I don't know, I don't want to say that out loud. Like, I don't think anyone's cheating, but I do believe that there are crushes that get developed on these shows. And I don't think crushes are illegal. And I do believe that Alix, I could be making this up, but just like a woman's intuition doesn't lie. And I do believe when I was watching the show that she fell in love with Val. Like whether it was a crush, this is just my intuition. Okay? This is just my intuition, and I had a feeling, I got a gut feeling that she just got a little bit of a crush on Val. And maybe she just like had like that summer camp feeling towards Val. Anyone? Now, he is married with a child, so I'm not saying it was reciprocated from him, but I'm just saying that if I was dancing up close with a man and I had a boyfriend who was in the NFL and who wasn't even visiting me because of his football season, and he was doing his own thing and not even talking about me, which we'll get to in just a second, but I had this hot piece of meat all over my body every day, it would be really hard to like not develop any sort of attraction. It would. Look, people are human, okay? And I'm sorry. They had a little bit of a romantic attraction. And I'm not saying he did, but I think she did. And she was so sad with the ending of the show that she like, I think she's went through true sad like devastation when this was over. And it reminded me a little bit of summer camp. Special K. I said this to my friend Molly. I said, like Blake with Justin. I said, because my friend Molly, who's a huge fan of Dancing with the Stars, said, I didn't get that feeling. She said, I thought Alix had a feeling for Val like a big brother. I said, no, not me. Not me. I think she fell for him because she was lonely. Her boyfriend was in the NFL and he wasn't visiting her ever. And he was totally obsessed with himself and his own thing. And I think that she felt cared for by him. She felt nurtured by him. She felt taken care of by him. And she was like, she needed that attention and she got it from Val. It was Blake and Justin. I said that. That's exactly what I said. And I don't know why I got that feeling. Now, everyone was saying, what's going on with Braxton Berrios? Because listen, Taylor Swift and Travis, okay? Hate to bring up those freaking TTs because I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan after last week, but Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce could be in the middle of the busiest time of his NFL career. And yet, he still finds time to support Taylor, to go out to dinner with her on his bye weeks, to post about her, to talk about her, to podcast and mention her, to support her, to Instagram about her, to do all these things, right? However, Braxton, not a mention about Alix on her finale week. He didn't even post a damn story about her on the finale. He didn't even say, hey, congratulations to the love of my life, Alix. Congratulations to Alix on the most beautiful performance. Look how hot and stunning my freaking girlfriend is on Dancing with the Stars, the #1 most watched show since the 2004 season finale of Friends. He didn't mention it, but he was posting on his Instagram stories. Listen, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to recognize when the signs are already there. So I hate to say it. I think Braxton has left the building, but she's denying it, or she's at least not, I don't want to say denying it. She's avoiding the conversation. So I don't know if they are still together and he's pretending like everything's fine and she's actually just like trying to act like everything's fine. But according to her Instagram or her TikTok, someone is asking, a lot of people are asking, and she is saying, this is how she's responding to it. On page 6, she finally responded and shut down the rumors on her TikTok to share a Get Ready With Me video where she gave a post Dancing with the Stars debrief on the dancing competition's final episode. In the comments section of the post, a fan wrote, "Ugh, I hope you and Braxton are still together," to which she replied, "He couldn't come because of football." Well, I'm sorry. To me, that doesn't feel like no, we're still together. That just that just sounds like he couldn't come because of football. I think they're broken up. That's just my feeling. Okay, my sports analyst, Micah, says different stages of their career, though. Braxton doesn't have that leeway with his team, unlike Travis Kelce, a multiple Super Bowl winner. Okay, so he doesn't have to leave and fly to Los Angeles, but can't he post about her? Can't he post about her on social media? Do you have to get like Super Bowl wins to post about your girlfriend, your very famous girlfriend on social media? Come on. Come on. Come on. Also, then it was Thanksgiving and she was with her family, so she didn't even like make a point to see him. Like it's a little weird. Also, you know that saying, and this is the saying that has like taken me through life. Are you ready for it? If they wanted to, they would. That's how I feel. If they wanted to, they would. All right, you guys, let's move on to our next story. And I find this fascinating. Okay. Let's talk about the Diddy doc. Oh my God. Have you guys heard about this Diddy reckoning doc? Do you guys like my dance? Walk like an Egyptian on the plains, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's talk about this next story. This is wild. 50 Cent just doesn't give a shit. And I love that for us. I love that for us. 50 Cent is wild for this. And I need to know how this is happening. And you guys maybe can help me understand how this is going down. So, 50 Cent was on Good Morning America today to promote the upcoming documentary that comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow. There's a documentary on Netflix about Diddy. I think I may have shown you guys the trailer last week. Not exactly sure if I did. I'm pretty sure I did. And this trailer it looks good. And the reason why this is so like freaking groundbreaking is because I'm going to pull it up. Don't worry. I'm going to pull up all of it. Is because the documentary has footage. It's 50 Cent's producing this documentary about his nemesis, Diddy. So this is not Diddy's person producing it, meaning it's not someone that has Diddy's back. It's not someone that is Diddy's boy producing it. It's not someone that is like, Diddy's bestie. This is 50 Cent, who, if you guys have been watching 50 Cent's Instagram, we've been talking about this throughout the entire trial. 50 Cent has been trolling the shit out of Diddy throughout this entire experience, right? So why this is so crazy is, how did 50 Cent get some of this footage? Now, let me first show you this little trailer that 50 Cent just posted this morning, and then I'll show you a little bit of the Good Morning America art interview that he did with Robin Roberts this morning. It says 6 days before Sean Combs' arrest.
That'll work with us, that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business. We're losing.
He got footage. He got footage of Sean Combs, of Diddy, in his hotel room 6 days before he got arrested. And it was just Sean and like one of his buddies or one of his people. How the hell did Diddy get this? It's wild.
Puff Daddy, Diddy, Sean Combs, all of these reincarnations, all those name changes are attached to really bad deeds.
And it's just cutting, for anyone listening to the audio, it's just cutting to all of this footage of like the raids and the Cassie abuse and the lobby footage and like just all of this like red carpet shit.
Everything in life, you're going to have people that are bad and people that are good. You have to choose your side.
Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Okay. What? Like, what? So the question is, how the hell did he get this footage? So this is 50 Cent and then the director, Alex Stapleton, of this documentary with Robin Roberts this morning. And let's watch a little bit of it.
Footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September.
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack?
The exclusive video obtained by Netflix shows Combs debating with his lawyers about strategy.
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution.
Okay. Number one, can we just talk about the fact that he is sitting there talking to his lawyers 6 days before he's getting arrested? Do you guys remember all of those claims, all of the words that were going around, all of the thoughts that people had about all the bad things Diddy was doing in those 6 days before he was getting arrested? And he's sitting there like, I'm going to let you professionals do what you're doing to get me out of this mess. Like, who's filming him with the assumption like this is coming out for a documentary? I mean, the ego on this guy. It's wild.
No matter what nobody said, let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
The footage is part of a new, highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, titled
He's so happy. 50 Cent's like, it's me. Yeah, it was me, man. I loved it. I love it.
Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
Days before his arrest.
I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
Went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash. Like I'm dirt. That was it should show you his character.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah. I mean, and what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
How do you
That he's meeting up with his fans, like the people that are actually supporting him. There was very few people that publicly were supporting Diddy at this point. And yet he's meeting the people that are publicly supporting him, hugging him, giving him jackets, like loving on him. And then he gets in the car and he's like, ugh, I need to wash my hands. Like, oh, I need to wash my hands. Gross. Like, I feel disgusting. Meanwhile, this guy's like licking and sucking and effing and, body oiling anything that moves, after hours. But we won't talk about that.
respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty of 2 prostitution offenses, but clear of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, both sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie. Juror 75 describing them as 2 people in love, and Juror 160 saying in part, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. Cassie, is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this.
Duh.
Because she came in as she's like 18, like 19 years old in the very beginning. After a while, over time, you condition for it.
The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Not all. Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip hop is fine with his behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or.
It's really interesting what 50 is saying here is that he's the only one, like people are looking at like he's trolling, he has shit with Diddy, he has an issue with Diddy. He's the only one that is actually standing up for what's right. If you actually look at it, like there's so many people that are so scared, and I get it because it is kind of like a scared world, or a scary world out there, and you don't know who these people are and whatever, and like loud people out there that are speaking up against it have to be scared for their safety, like the Jaguar rights of the world. But I can't call him 50, right? Like I have to say 50. I mean, like Micah said 50. I mean, 50 Cent. It's like, how white am I? 50 Cent, $50. 50 Cent is very, very, he's just like, this dude is wrong. He's wrong. He's got like bad morals, bad values, and it's totally effed up. And I'm not scared of him, and I want to call out what's wrong is wrong. And maybe he has personal shit with him that is a problem. And he said the beef that we have is that, 20 years ago, he came on to me. I mean, that's kind of what he's saying. He said he came on to me. That's kind of interesting, right?
Those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
They're
You'll
laughing.
see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth in it.
Wow, that was some finish right there. Thank you, Rob.
Oh my God, George Stephanopoulos. Did I tell you guys when I saw George Stephanopoulos in Vegas? Did I tell you guys that story? Oh, that was a story. All right. Now, did you guys see how Diddy got like all these AI photos over the weekend? There was an AI photos that were going around of Diddy over the weekend of him in prison with all these other prisoners, and they were all fake, but like everyone was sharing them all over. It was pretty crazy. Look, it's just bad news. Diddy's bad news to me, okay? It just feels bad news. But I love 50 Cent for calling it out. I will definitely be watching this documentary. There is no question in a million. Like, for sure, we're watching this documentary and we're going to be talking about this documentary, okay? Special cases, Cat Williams spoke out about Diddy a year ago when no one else was saying anything. I remember that. Where is Cat Williams these days? Like, I forgot about Cat. I haven't heard Cat Williams speak. Have you? I haven't heard or seen anything Cat Williams and Jaguar Wright. I kind of feel like both of them are quiet. Okay. So that is an interesting story, and I'm very interested in seeing it. And I don't know how in the world, I don't understand how in the world 50 Cent got a hold of that footage. I just don't get it. Netflix must be trying to cover their ass. Now, Diddy's rep made a statement saying, "We have confirmed that Netflix used footage that was never authorized for release, including private moments, pre-indictment material from an unfinished project, and conversations involving legal strategy that were not intended for public viewing. The footage was created for an entirely different purpose, under an arrangement that was never completed, and no rights were ever transferred to Netflix. A payment dispute between outside parties does not create permission for Netflix to use unlicensed private material. None of this footage came from Mr. Combs or his team, and its inclusion raises serious questions about how it was obtained and why Netflix chose to use it." In response to the new Diddy documentary and Netflix, Diddy's team is also alleging that Netflix is only heightening the core issue by giving creative control of this production to 50 Cent. Diddy's team continues with their allegations, saying 50 Cent is a longtime public adversary who has mocked Mr. Combs for decades, posted fabricated accusations, and publicly celebrated his legal challenges. Even Mr. Jackson has admitted he was shocked Sean ever filmed some of those moments, which underscores that the footage is being exploited for entertainment rather than presented with fairness or context. Beyond the legal concerns, Mr. Combs views Netflix's decision as a personal breach of trust. His long respected Ted Sarandos, he's the head of Netflix, admired the legacy of Clarence Avant, I don't know who that is, and maintained a positive personal relationship with the company's leadership. For Netflix to hand his story to someone who has publicly attacked him for decades feels to Mr. Combs like an unnecessary and deeply personal affront. He expected fairness at minimum from people he considered colleagues. Apparently, Diddy was also working on his own documentary with Netflix prior to the release, but backed out once he couldn't have creative control. Oh, wait. So that is interesting. This is what I'm reading. So that is interesting. Apparently, it seems like Diddy was working with Netflix on a documentary. And that's how Netflix has this footage. And then because Diddy and that like it didn't work out with them anymore, Netflix probably shopped this around to someone else to produce it with them. That's probably what happened. And they're fucking pissed off at Netflix. Then Diddy also alleges that Netflix's recent pattern of prioritizing sensational content over accuracy, as seen in their decision to rely on discredited, fabricated journals in a separate documentary, the use of unauthorized footage here reflects reckless disregard, not journalism. Diddy's publicist says their legal team is formally notifying Netflix and says they expect the company to address these issues separately or immediately. and how will this footage affect Diddy's appeal? It says it can't affect his appeal legally, but judges are human and maybe they get some emotional spirit out of this and render a decision based on some of that. Well, this is interesting. So I guess what they're also saying is that they did a separate documentary and they referred to Kim Porter's journals that are unverified. Remember that? And so they're saying, like, you can't trust Netflix. They have no idea what they're doing, whatever. So this is the whole piece is written in in Deadline. Diddy is just like attacking Netflix over it. And they're saying that they stole the footage, basically. That's wild. Yeah, I'm seeing the whole entire piece on Deadline right now. I'm curious how that works. I mean, there's no way they're trying to clearly, obviously attack Netflix over it, but Netflix is not stupid. And Netflix 100% is smart enough to know that they have ownership over the footage. And I know, Maddie, I love it. Exactly. And I was just hoping that you were here, actually. I was going to look in the comments once I was done reading that statement. And they obviously have ownership over the footage. So like Diddy's trying his hardest to be like, they did wrong, but Netflix is not stupid here. They know exactly what they can do. Netflix is going to cover their ass. They're not stupid, Joy says. Exactly. Perfect. Exactly. Anyway, wow. Diddy is like stuck in jail and Netflix is like, sorry, too bad. So sad. Okay, let's keep going and talk about some other things. You guys, did I not freaking call it with Zachery Ty Bryan? I can't with this. This is so crazy and so sad. I'm going to get into it in just a second. But first, the next story is brought to you by Hers Weight Loss. Everywhere you look right now, people are talking about weight loss medications. No, seriously, at Thanksgiving dinner, out to dinner with my friends, at Friendsgiving, out to dinner with my friends, at this, at that. Everywhere you look right now, people are talking about weight loss medications. It's the buzz at brunch, your group chats, and even at the doctor's office. But how do you know if weight loss medications are right for you? Enter Hers. Hers is transforming women's healthcare by providing access to weight loss treatment plans for every budget. They connect you with a medical provider who will work with you to determine the best treatment option. If prescribed, you get medication as part of a doctor-developed weight loss program, complete with ongoing care, check-ins, dosage, and medication adjustments, and access to 24/7 online support at no additional cost, no hidden fees, and no membership fees. Weight loss by Hers is realistic, not restrictive. Hers provides access to affordable weight loss plans built around oral medication kits and GLP-1 injectable options, with oral medication kits starting at just $69 per month, with a 10-month plan when paid upfront in full. Hers puts your health and goals first with real medical providers, making sure you have what you need to get results, all from the comfort of your couch. So if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time you find the best option that works for you through Hers. Whether you want to lose weight, grow thicker, fuller hair, or find relief for anxiety, Hers has you covered. Visit forhers.com/dailydose to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's forhers.com/dailydose. Forhers.com/dailydose. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded drug products are not approved or evaluated for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription is required. See website for full details, important safety information and restrictions. Actual price depends on product and plan purchased. Honestly, and I say this truly about Hers, a friend of mine wanted to like get my code and I told her to go use it. And she just got on the app. She messaged the care team. She wants to microdose GLP-1s. She messaged them. She answered a few of their questions. There's like a questionnaire. She answered a few of the questions. She's signed up and she received her first dosage already and she's on it. Like it's super easy to do. So just go to forhers.com/dailydose. Okay. So let's get into the Zachery Ty Bryan story. Obviously, I'm not happy to hear this. This is an incredibly sad story. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. I think it was literally like 3 weeks ago when we were talking about this. But Zachery Ty Bryan, the oldest brother from Home Improvement, you guys taught me the last time. I said it was the middle brother, and you guys were like, how dare you? It's the oldest brother. It was the oldest brother. You're right. I'm wrong. Zachery Ty Bryan, who played Brad on the show Home Improvement, was arrested again. Yes, this is not deja vu. He was arrested again. It's just insane. Okay. TMZ has learned, well, everyone has learned basically, that he was arrested on Saturday in Eugene, Oregon, on a probation violation tied to his previous domestic violence conviction. He was denied bail, and now he's remaining in jail until this Wednesday, December 3rd. He is still serving a 3-year probation from 2023, which doesn't expire until October 2026. His girlfriend, and also the mother of his second set of children, was also arrested. Okay. Her name is Johnny Faye Cartwright. She was arrested Saturday and booked into the same jail. She's facing 5 charges, including DUII, which is driving under the influence of intoxicants, 3 counts of reckless endangering, and attempted first-degree assault. She's expected to be arraigned Monday. Bryan's legal troubles in Oregon date back to 2020 when he and Cartwright were involved in a drunken dispute. He was initially hit with multiple charges, but ended up being convicted of menacing. He was still on probation from that case when the second incident occurred. Since then, he's racked up more arrests, including a DUII in Oklahoma and another case in South Carolina where he was accused of assaulting and strangling this girl, Cartwright. And just last week, he told us he was on a journey towards personal growth and taking accountability for past violent behavior. And that was because a woman recently obtained a 5-year restraining order after accusing him of physically and verbally abusing her in July, though no criminal charges had been filed. Okay. This is a tragic story, obviously. We talked about this, last time. And the fact that he's now been arrested for the 6th time in 5 years. I don't even know what you do about a story like this. He has multiple cases of drug addiction, of being under the influence and driving, okay? He has multiple cases of severe abusive behavior towards women. Like, it would be bad enough if he just was getting into bar fights with men, but towards women, towards his girlfriends, not just like random chicks at bars, towards his girlfriends, towards the mother of his children. And now he's violating probations. I literally don't understand how you handle cases like this. Clearly, there's addiction issues. Clearly, there's anger issues. I think it all stems from addiction is really what I think it probably comes down. Like, I don't know, chicken or the egg, what comes first in these cases. I think, special cases, he needs to stay in jail, prison. I do think what I said to you guys last time about, we were talking about Mary Cosby's son, and I hate to bring this up and like connect the 2 dots, but Mary Cosby's son has been in jail for 20 days and he's not out. I don't think he has the option to get out. And I was saying how it's like, I feel so bad. Why can't he get out of jail? And you guys kind of schooled me and you were like, no, he should be in jail. Like, this is actually the best place for him because she has taken him to rehab and he's clearly still has a problem. Maybe he needs to be in jail. I don't personally know. Like, this is something that I've never luckily had to deal with a child. I don't know what you do about this case. Like, what do you do about someone like this? I don't know if he's ever gone to rehab. I don't think he has. It doesn't sound to me like he's ever tried to go to rehab. He's such a mess, and he clearly cannot stay on the straight and narrow, right? Like he can't. But if you are hurting someone physically over and over and over, you are so beyond, like, that's like a different problem, right? To have addiction is very, very sad. To be an addict, I believe, is a disease. I believe is a lot of times out of your control. And I feel really, really bad for a lot of addicts because I do think that sometimes it's bigger than you. I get mad with addicts sometimes, but I do feel bad for addicts. But when you're abusive, I don't have sympathy for abuse, especially domestic violence against women. Like, how do you have sympathy for abuse? How? I don't. So, what do you do with these situations? It's just like it's mind-blowing to me. He needs to be locked up for a long time. Like, when you're beating up women over and over and over and over, and you violate probation by seeing the people that you're not supposed to be seeing, like he had a restraining order and he's violating, you need to be locked up. So I don't know what's going on. I don't understand. And Patricia's saying not all addicts are physically abusive towards their mates. I never said that. I hope you guys didn't think I said that. And if I said that, I didn't mean that. I never, ever, ever would feel that. I think they're totally different things. Never do I feel that all addicts are abusive and not all abusers are addicts. I think these are two separate things, but he has both issues. And it's just awful. It's just absolutely awful. So he needs like way more than rehab. He needs like a new begin. I don't even know what he needs, but it's giving a little James Kennedy vibes. Like it's giving James Kennedy times 10, right? And that is very okay. Good. I didn't say that. Thank you. I get worried sometimes. You know, things come out of my mouth on a live show, and I'm like, shoot, I hope I didn't mean to say that. I think some people, when they're under the influence, like monsters come out, demons come out. There's people that can drink and even, you know, partake in drugs and are just like maybe just like a little bit, you know, they're just like drunk versions of themselves or happy versions. We've all seen that. But then there's people that cannot be under the influence without like monsters coming out. And it does remind me a little bit of that like James Kennedy energy when we would watch Vanderpump Rules and he would become aggressive and we would see him become physical with his girlfriends and we would see all of that, you know? And I don't know if he has anyone in his life that cares for him or is there for him. And even if he does he have people that can get to him? Because like that's another thing. Does he even have people that are like have tried with him and then just can't even reach out to him anymore? That's another thing, right? Because how many people have been there through for the years and have tried so hard to get to him and he's pushed them away? We don't know. I just keep thinking back to 2006 when I spent that weekend with him and all of his best friends. And he seemed to have like a really good group of solid boys around him. And they all seemed like really good guys. And one of them was Jason Trawick. I'll never forget that. I told you guys that story, who was Britney Spears' ex-fiance. And I'm thinking to myself, does Jason Trawick still talk to him? Was he his agent? And does he reach out to him? Could he reach out to him? What about the other 5 guys that were there that all came from like money and good families and all had wives at home? Do they reach out to him? Do they call him? Do they text him? Do they say like, you don't need to live this way? I always think about that. I don't know. Oh my God. Micah was joking. Micah said, we all know your disdain for women and everyone's standing up for me. I think I don't take Micah seriously. I just have a disdain for men, not women. You guys, I love women. I love women so much I'm a lesbian starting today. Okay? I'm leaving Lance for women. All women. I've become a lesbian today. Your guys' stories are really interesting in the comments. I have all the comments on the screen so you guys can actually see it. It's okay, Micah. We love you. It's all good. Probably not addicts burn bridges, Patricia says. Carrie says, if I knew him, I would stay clear. He needs real help. What do you do as a friend? Do you leave them when they're in need of help? Or, I mean, at some point you got to say, like, I've tried. Can't help him anymore. I bet every one of his friends' wives are like, don't be his friend anymore. I can tell you that. Patty says, my ex-husband was abusive in every sense of the word. He was also an alcoholic. We were married for 22 years. I thought I was protecting my girls from him, but I was so wrong. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to trigger warning. Whoa, I didn't read the end of that. Wow. I'm so sorry, Patty. Oy, yo, 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 yo. That was really bad. I'm wishing for the sake of his family that he gets help. That is a real dark stories over there. Now, speaking of dark stories, oh my God, did anyone else spend 5 hours of their weekend watching Turtle Boy's live stream about his crazy ex-girlfriend? I'm so sorry, Patty, by the way. I didn't mean to like pull off your comment, but I was worried that it was going to trigger something. Did anyone watch Turtle Boy's 5-hour live stream talking about his his ex-girlfriend? That's what I spent like a strong portion of my weekend doing. Oh my God. If you like other people's drama, this was very enjoyable. I truly loved it. I loved it. I swear I was so, oh my God, someone's getting dibs on Lance because I turned into a lesbian. Well, I'm not going to be a lesbian after listening to this episode of Turtle Boy because girls be nuts. Okay. Women be nuts. Not all women, just these kind of women's. So this Turtle Boy, oh, you guys. So the Turtle Boy drama I've kind of stayed out of, I have to say, since Free Karen Reed has been over. But in case anyone's kind of interested in the Turtle Boy drama, there has been a lot of drama. Turtle Boy and Karen Reed are no longer friends. They have completely fallen out. And I haven't really been watching all of it, and I haven't been really paying attention to all of it. But I do know that Turtle Boy and Karen Reed are over. Dunzo. Okay. She doesn't like him. He doesn't like her. They've completely cut ties. I understand both sides, and that sucks. And it's unfortunate for both, and I hate that for them, but I understand both sides. Now, that being said, Turtle Boy, I don't want to like tell you the whole story, but basically Turtle Boy had a girlfriend for the last few years. Her name was Meredith. And she was a big part of, she was in his life during the entire time, right? During the Free Karen Reed movement, during the trials. And I wasn't so clued into all of this. Like, I have not been so paying attention to everything. And I haven't been like watching all of his live streams. I haven't been like that clued in, but I've been watching peripherally. And Meredith follows me on X. And I imagine she follows me on X because he was on my show. And if Turtle Boy was on my show, now I think that's why Meredith follows me. I'm assuming that means she's like, she needs to know everything about me now, right? So basically Meredith this girl Meredith kind of connected with Turtle Boy when he went to jail a few years ago. Remember, Turtle Boy got sentenced to about 30 days in jail when he was covering the Karen Reed stuff like a while back. And when he was in I forget when he was in jail, how long he was in jail. When he was in jail, he was really lonely. He was going through a lot of stuff. He was very, very depressed. He was very isolated. He was very sad. And that's when she started, connecting with him and messaging with him. And I get this. And he talks about the live stream, and he talks about this in his live stream about how he was basically, he felt like he was being love bombed by her when he was in jail. And he was really, really lonely and just needed someone to connect with. I fully can understand and relate to this. He connects to her. He starts basically, it's like a summer camp relationship again. You kind of like fall in love really fast. So he like basically falls in love to this girl, Meredith, through messaging, through like emails and letters and phone calls while he's in jail. When he gets out of jail, the relationship is, it goes really, really fast, but it's a very toxic relationship, he and Meredith. And I was walking through Costco and like shopping and listening to it. I wasn't watching every video, and I didn't even finish the live stream, but essentially this relationship got real toxic really fast. Lots of breakups, lots of makeups, lots of breakups, lots of makeups. And it was one of those like, I love you, I hate you, I love you, I need you, I love you, let's fuck. I need you, I love you, I hate you, I love you, I don't love you. It's like one of those like effed up, really bad, really dramatic, really toxic relationships right off the bat between him and this girl. She wants to meet his kids. He's not ready for that. She wants to meet, like, she's worried about the ex-wife. She's jealous about the girls. He's upset about this and whatever. It was one of those. And long story, it doesn't go well. And then late, like in the more recent months, he comes to find out that she's been recording a lot of their relationship and recording a lot of their phone calls. And she starts releasing a lot of these conversations publicly. And there are a lot of him being emotional and sharing a lot of his like private thoughts and, suicidal feelings and just like real bad stuff. Right. And how he said at one point that he wanted to F Karen Reed and like not free Karen Reed. Okay. The other F, and like just really, really, it got real bad. Okay. Real toxic. Patricia wants to listen if it's still on his channel. Yes. It's like a 5.5 hour stream from, I think it was Friday night. He just puts it all out there. Okay. Anyway, if you want to go listen, it's there. It's a very, very enjoyable listening to other people's drama when it's not your own drama. But never date someone who doesn't want to, who records you. Who, if the person you're dating is ever recording your drama or your conversations without you knowing, that's a very, very bad sign. Now, the one takeaway from this is what Jessica Machado, who's a reporter, and she also has like a podcast, and she covers a lot of the Karen Reed stuff. She covered a lot of the Karen Reed stuff. This is what she said about this, okay? This is a takeaway from this entire thing. She goes, I'm not sure anyone is really understanding how insane this is. Meredith, this was Meredith, his girlfriend at the time, took a photo of Turtle Boy. This is while they were dating. While they were like toxically dating, okay? Framed it and made copies of it for him, his father, and his many siblings. She wrapped the photos in plain wrapping paper with a gold bow and gave them to the family on their first Christmas without Aiden's mother, who had just died of cancer. The gift was not well received by the family, who did not like Meredith. So Meredith, his girlfriend, was not liked by the family at all. Now, Aiden, Turtle Boy's mom, had just died of cancer. And right after the mom died of cancer, the first Christmas, she took a photo of Turtle Boy, blew it up, framed it, and made copies of it for the entire family. Well, in the movie The Family Stone, we all know that movie, right? Sarah Jessica Parker plays a woman by the name of Meredith. She's the girlfriend of the oldest son of many siblings. The family does not like her. Character Meredith finds a photo of the movie matriarch pregnant with a boyfriend, blows it up, frames it, and wraps it in plain red paper with a gold bow. She gifts it to the family. It's a poignant moment because the mother is dying of cancer. The family in this moment realize they have made a mistake in disliking character Meredith and apologize for being mean to her. I am very sorry, but this is almost unbelievable. There is no coincidence in this situation. So she basically tried to be like the Sarah Jessica Parker in the situation and tried to like live out Sarah Jessica Parker's character in The Family Stone. Like there's many moments of stuff like this. Another one that Joy brings up here is her ex-boyfriend got a job in another country. She didn't want him to go, so she emailed the employer pretending it was him and rejected the job. Okay. There's a lot of these kinds of stories. It was a very interesting, drama-filled listen. And then you wonder, Turtle Boy, how did you fall for this? But that's what happens, I guess, when you fall in love in jail. And then it makes you wonder, like, why all these criminals are falling in love with these women in jail, right? They fall in love with anyone. They always fall in love with the crazies in jail. It's because when a man is in jail, they're lonely, they're vulnerable. They want, like, anyone. Tiffany wants to know what happened between Karen and Turtle Boy. It's a long story, but it was like a distrust issue. Apparently, he recorded a conversation between her and him, but there was more than that. Oh, Joy says she is nuts. She is the one that recorded the conversation between him and Karen Reed and leaked it. Is that confirmed? Confirmed, Joy? Oh my God. Let's talk about all this on Patreon tomorrow. And then the final thing, I really do have to go because my dog trainer is coming in just a few minutes. The final thing is well, actually I'll talk about it tomorrow. Let's push it to tomorrow about the shows that I binged over the weekend. I binged I finished All Her Fault. Unbelievable, incredible, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Beast in Me, which is on Beast in Me is Netflix, right? All Her Fault was Peacock. Phenomenal. Beast in Me which is on Netflix. I would give that like a 9 out of 10. Thought it was amazing. And then the final show that we're watching right now is The Girlfriend, and that's on Prime Video with Robin Wright, and that's so good. We're like 3 or 4 episodes in. And the next thing I'm going to watch is Pluribus on Apple TV. I'm so excited about all these shows. We'll do a whole thing later this week or tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I adore you. I have to run. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for subscribing and liking the show. And I'll do more Turtle Boy content later this week. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.